Hey guys, welcome to the HKC217 podcast, powered by All Seasons Energy. And this podcast is we're going to be going over flat tracking, this first round of flat tracking, the FIM MiniGP 160 World Round. Yeah, that's right. And we're going to be going over the MotoGP and over the MotoGP Fantasy League as well.
Yeah, so this week's episode is sponsored by Sheffield Forged Amateur Boxing Club, which is a boxing club that runs out of Clinton Woods Gym, which is very local to us. Hudson's been going there all this year. Clinton and the Sheffield Forged Amateur Boxing Club sponsor Hudson. You'll find the logo on his race helmet. As well as that, Hudson goes to the Sheffield Boxing, Clinton Woods Gym, basically, where they train, where the Sheffield Forged Amateur Boxing Club train.
Yep.
Hudson goes there probably once or twice a week, whenever we can. We're in between biking. Really enjoy it there. Been really fun.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, been very
doing
fun.
a bit of sparring and whatever not.
Yeah.
So yeah, massive thanks out to Clinton. Massive thanks out to Jordan Lund, whose son Archie Lund, is that right?
Yeah.
Archie Lund had his. I don't know if it was. Was it his first fight?
No, his first.
It
was supposed to be his first thingy fight.
It were meant to be his first amateur. Well, I don't know if it were amateur. Schoolboys, weren't it? Schoolboys?
I don't know.
Anyway, we went. We went. Absolutely an amazing night.
Yeah.
Versing a few other local boxers. So there were other boxing clubs from Barnes there. Another famous boxer, Brendan. Well, boxing trainer, Ingle's gym from Brendan Ingle. They had some fighters there.
Yeah.
One of the Sheffield Forged boxers fought somebody from the. That was the best fight, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it were.
I forgot what his name now. But amazing fight. I think we've got a little bit of footage that we could chuck up there. So massive thank you to Clinton, to Jordan, who's Archie Lund's dad, who's helped out with the sponsorship. So as we
Don't say it.
No, don't say it.
Don't say it.
So as we roll into episode 17.
He said it.
Pardon?
He said it.
No, I didn't say it.
He did, as we rolling.
I did. I said as we move into episode 17.
Oh, I'm sure he
So
said
as we move into episode 17, which is the off season, I would say that a little bit of a relaxing time.
Yeah.
But no, not really. We just carried
not
on,
really anymore.
We carried on racing. So from the final round of the British Minibikes Championship which was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The week after that, we entered in the Flat Tracking Winter Series Championship.
Yeah.
So this was a bit of a random one. I asked Hudson competed in this last year. Hudson did this all last year, training. We used to go every Wednesday if they did Saturdays, if they were available. Something that you really enjoyed. It's something that you went to on Danny Webb's camp first, I believe. Oh, no, it weren't. You just actually did a beginner course.
The beginner one, yeah.
You and Luca Wilkinson, actually, is that right?
Yeah.
And then you went on one with Danny Webb.
Yeah.
Which was with Danny Webb camp with a lot of other fab riders as well that were there.
Yeah.
That were a really good training one.
It were.
Kind of got a little bit of an itch for it. Said you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, he were.
And Hudson's been going ever since. So since that period, Hudson's been going all the way through the summer. Loads of training all the way through summer there. We try and go down there whenever it is. I think it runs on Wednesdays. Some practice days are on a Saturday as well, I think. Sometimes they fall.
Yeah.
And when me and Steve, Luca's dad, first went down there, and we were kicking ourselves, so we paid, Hudson and Luca did the training, and as we were sat there, this was probably 12 months ago.
Yeah.
Me and Luca's dad said, why didn't we do this? Like, me and his dad could have done it. We literally sat there watching him do it. And I mean, it sounds like we're giving it a big one here, but we were looking at it thinking, well, we could have done it. We did actually know the format, that the kids could have gone on and been taught at the same time as adults.
Yeah.
So that's always stuck in the back of my mind, and Steve's mind as well. So fast forward towards the end of, or near the beginning of this season this year.
Yeah.
I asked you if you wanted. We knew that there was the final round of the championship coming up.
Yeah.
So I said, do you want to join in the final round of the championship? Which you did. I think you got a podium overall on that one. Yeah, you must have.
Yeah.
on that first. I'm on about the one last.
Yeah, the one last year. Yeah.
So Hudson joined in that one. Really enjoyed it. I mean, like obviously going there and going practicing, and then actually going there and racing. Flag start racing is different.
Different, yeah.
But Hudson got a little bit of a bug for it. So as we drove home all the way back last year, I say last year, I think it was the beginning of this year, to be fair, March. I said to Hudson, "Would you like to do that next season?" And he went, "Yeah." So fast forward to October, and the flat tracking season has started.
Yeah.
So as I said to Hudson, "Do you want to do it?" And he said, "Yeah." So Hudson's joined in the flat tracking championship. I'll just try and pull up some stats here. So you are in the youth intermediate class.
Yeah.
So in another crazy 24 hours, in between signing Hudson up, I decided that very week, in fact the next day, I might do it. So I contacted Flat Track and I said, this was basically 2 weeks before the start of the season, I think, or 3 weeks before.
Yeah.
And I said, have you got any beginner courses? Because you kind of need to know.
Yeah, you need to.
It's not something that you can jump into. Me and Hudson go out on the Ossets all the time. You must have seen that on his socials. So we do go out on the Ossets all the time. I did think it was relatable, but it's not. It is relatable.
It is a bit, yeah, obviously.
But there's a lot more technique to it.
But it's like the opposite what you do on the road.
It's opposite what Hudson does racing. I'd say it's similar to what we do Osset riding. Anyway, so basically I contacted him on the Friday saying, when's the next track day? Or sorry, when's the next beginner course day? And they said, well, we can squeeze you. There's a beginner course level 1 tomorrow. So at the drop of a hat like that, I'd gone from, I might do it, to the very next day I was going to do beginner course level 1. So I asked Pete and Jackie, who were fantastic down there. They've been amazing. We just basically rocked up. Pete and Jackie said, well, you can jump on, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if they get, I think they give a bit, I don't know if they give a discount. They just let you ride, didn't they, if you wanted to ride.
Let us ride, yeah.
So me and Hudson, well, yeah, it was pretty much me and you, weren't it? So there were probably a group of like 9 people there.
Yeah, some of the ones.
They split me and you off into a group together.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, I'm going round, spinning round with Hudson and learning the techniques of flat tracking, which was a fantastic day, that first ever day. I mean, I was absolutely blown away with how much effort it took to do that type of flat tracking. I strongly encourage anybody who's interested in doing it, especially like Dad and Lad. It's such a laugh, especially in beginner course days. You taught kind of like what I talked about probably a couple of podcasts ago, or the last podcast, saying the day that we hired out, them type of days actually kind of run, if you want them to, run like a beginner course day.
Yeah.
So if you want him to teach you how to do flat tracking, or you can just race, or you can do race challenges or whatever not, they do all stuff like that in your own private hire day. This was a beginner day that I went to. So anyway, fast forward on from that, that's how I got into it. So I did that, and 3 weeks later, after probably took 1 week, it was 1 week after the season finished.
Yeah.
The Saturday, off we went. And even more randomly, and I think this is a good thing, really. So on the Friday, I know that a lot of kids actually race there. So there's like a cadet class, and actually quite a lot of electric bikes there.
Normally.
So I asked my little daughter if she wanted to do it, and to my surprise, she said yes. So on the Saturday, there was me, Hudson, and Alana actually doing it. So Alana was in the cadet class, I was in the adult rookie class, and Hudson was in the youth senior class. So talk about jumping in. But she was super excited to do it.
Yeah.
She really, really enjoyed it. I'll put some footage up now of her doing it. So yeah, it was a really good day.
Yeah.
Literally at the drop of an hat, all 3 of us were doing it. And it was like non-stop, really busy day. Like, the atmosphere is so cool there as well.
Yeah, it's very upbeat.
Yeah, super cool, super fun.
No
I
stress.
wouldn't say...
No stress.
Yeah, I wouldn't say... Well, yeah, for you probably, you might think it's not very stressful compared to, like, racing in the British mini bikes. Super chilled. Everybody's very well organised as well. Like
Yeah,
they're telling you when you're next up, trying to find your number. They come and get you, saying you're next up on the next race session. And the format is you have a practice session. That's right, yeah. Practice
session. Then it's race.
3 races.
3 races. And
on
then,
one style of track.
Yeah, on the Ohvale we did first.
Yeah.
And then they had a dinner break.
Yeah.
And then whilst you were having the dinner break, they changed it to whatever track they were doing, and our one was the TT.
Let me just add that TT jump.
Yeah, TT with a jump.
Which we didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah, and then you get one practice session on the TT track, and then you're back
3 more races.
Yeah.
And it's not 3 races after each other. Obviously, it cycles through.
Yeah.
It cycles through the different categories of races, which we'll show you some little bits up there. So yeah, really cool day. I mean, I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it were very nice.
Alana's mum, obviously Hudson's mum, come down. She was like, organise it. She might as well have joined in. We might as well have all 4 of us doing it.
Yeah, all 4 of us.
So Tony, she really enjoyed it, and like really surprised that Alana like had a go at it. I thought, and I kind of like said to her, yeah, there'll be a lot of electric bikes. The only stipulation that she really wanted it is that it was flat. And I went, yeah, it's flat tracking.
Yeah.
And I said, there'll be a lot of electric bikes there, and I think there was 1 other electric bike and probably 8 other petrol bikes, so like Pee-wees, little 80s.
Yeah,
little
80s.
A little 80 as well, is it an 80? So we're a little bit busy for her, and actually at that point I actually realised, wow, she's never actually really done that. She's rode with us.
Yeah, she's not rode with like other people.
She's not rode with other people. She's rode with
raced.
us. We followed her.
Yeah.
She's followed us. Doing what she did there, like straight, literally to a lighted start.
Yeah.
We threw her in deep end a little bit.
Yeah, we did. But
it was like 6 up. Like I think the age. I haven't got the ages here.
Yeah,
I forgot what the ages are. I think it's up to 8. 8-year-old. Is it?
From 6
to 8,
and she only just got in.
She only just 6 in July, weren't she? 6 in June.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some. I mean, like the other lads are like actually going around quite fast. Especially that lad on 80. What's his name? Rupert. Is it Rupert or Noah?
Yeah.
Is it Noah we know?
Yeah, no, he's Noah. Noah was the lad on the 80, and then Rupert on the electric one. Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? What brand was that?
I forgot what brand it were, but it was
Tarrant?
good. I don't know, but it were good. It were good.
Rapid, that weren't it?
It were.
So we'll knock on to the results of, because we've got some results to talk about.
Yeah.
The results of round 1 of the Champions Flattrack race day on the 29th of the 10th, 2022. So in the cadet class, and we'll just go over the top 3, shall we? Yeah. Yeah. We'll go over the top 3. Yeah. So in the top 3 in the cadet class, it was Rupert Thomas, and it's hard to look at the results there.
So you got a win. Yeah, 6 wins overall. So
why has he got 7? 7 points.
7, because you get 7
I
for
thought
a
he
win.
got 6 for a win.
Don't know.
Anyway, he come first overall with 15 points.
Yep.
That's what that last total means.
Yeah.
So in first position, it was Rupert Thomas. In second position, it was Noah Blanchard. We're off again with like difficult names to say here. And in third position, it's Jack Andrew. Alana come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought there were 8 people. So she got no points. I think she come last in every race.
Yeah, but she loved it.
I mean, it was a strange one there because we were kind of confused because when Alana comes out on our bikes and where she goes, where we go, I mean, like, she's not afraid of actually letting it rip a little bit.
Yeah, she lets it rip, but I don't know why.
She was very, very hesitant.
Yeah, I don't know why.
She weren't really...
I think it might have been because she were with petrol bikes or just
we know
first
that
time.
she can go.
She can go, but obviously she didn't go.
I think she'll have a Mojo bike.
Yeah, she'll get a Mojo bike next
round. So actually,
round,
asking the other day, like, when are we doing it again? Which I found like super cute. So I'm like, yeah, we can go again. So obviously we've got a bike for her. So moving over to youth intermediate class, is it youth intermediate?
Yeah.
So in first position is somebody who we've seen down there pretty much over the last year, who's Archer Williamson. I've got that name right. In second position in the youth intermediate class was Hudson Cooper. And in third position was Jameson
Higgins.
I say Jameson. It might be actually Jameson. I would expect it to pronounce Jameson.
Jameson.
Jameson Higgins.
God, here we go.
I know, yeah, unbelievable. So, and you can, if you're looking at the results there, you can see that Archer, that's what I mean, it's 6 points for a win. Look, so Archer won race 1, race 2, race 3. You won race 4, which is the TT one. We were saying that was wrong, weren't we? That 4 points, but it doesn't matter anyway.
Don't matter.
And you so I think you got like second, first, second, although it says first, third, second there, but ultimately it didn't really matter to the end standings there. And I mean, it's like not flipping Stewart's inquiry, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not radioing through to to Michael Massey. But it could be.
I won't want to be radioing through to Massey.
But it really good. I mean, like on the jump thing, and we'll talk about the jump after we've gone through results here. So we'll go into the next class, which is youth senior. So a lot of kids like actually do a little bit of both of these, and I'm sure that these did both. So yeah, so Luca Hopkins and Daniel Goodman, who people that we know, we've seen Luca down there all year, and we know Dan Goodman. Dan Goodman is in the MLAV Academy. We've known Dan for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
So we've not actually seen Dan probably since when we went to, where did we go to the BTC?
I think the last
Silverstone. Did we see him at Silverstone?
Seen
him a couple of times this year at the BTC.
Yeah, a couple of times, yeah.
Alton
God.
Park.
Names.
Yeah, so anyway, so in the youth senior class, it was Luca Hopkins and Daniel Goodman, so there were only two in that class there. Them two were like neck and neck. I think Dan won him on the final race.
Yeah, he did.
So there's only them two. And I expect through the year that class is going to like flesh out a little bit. I think we've got one of them two. I'm sure we've got a video of them two racing.
Yeah.
I mean, like Luca can go, and Dan were going.
They
were both at them two there, so it weren't like they were a million miles apart. Oh, so then you move. So that's youth senior, which I presume that this is in order because them two could run rings round us. So the next class up is adult rookie. So in first position overall was Lee Eubank. In second position overall was Stuart Liddell, and in third position was Chloe Johnson. See, I got that right. That class is actually one of probably most fleshed out class. That's a class that I was in, by the way. Not just to say me. Although a lot of people have heard me joking about that. So I come in that class. I come fifth overall in that class, and I got, I don't know if it's like a fifth, a fourth. Anyway, fast forward a little bit. I got a second.
Let's skip to the good part.
Which I'm really chuffed with. I was proper chuffed. It is hard. It is no joke. And this is the adult rookie class. So in this one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 riders in that. Really good group. Everybody's like super bants with everybody.
Yeah.
Even like when you're close to somebody, like I ended up falling off, got back on, still finished second, I believe. Yeah. In what calls the most pathetic crash in the world.
We'll have to put a video up.
I've lost that video. I've not got that video.
Oh, do you not have it? Come on, please. We'll
you
put
know
it
that
up.
I've got that video.
It
says it's pathetic.
Embarrassing. He crashes into the back of someone.
Somebody crashed in front of me.
Well, yeah. Someone who crashes in front of you. You go into him. You can't avoid him, but he rolls on the floor and does like a turtle spin.
I'll just do it in slow motion now.
Yep.
Shocking. It looks so pathetic.
It does.
And as well, like even watching me racing around compared to like Hudson or some of these other pro classes, I mean, it's like we're going so slow, it's a joke. So that's the adult rookie class. So we move on to the adult intermediate class, and this is why, and I presume this is why Dan. And I think Dan must be older than Luca, because I don't think Dan can join in that. Sorry, Luca can join in it.
Yeah, I think he's.
Is Dan a little bit older? Because Dan's in the adult intermediate class as well now. And Dan won the adult intermediate class overall. I said to you, didn't I? I said they were racing two classes.
Yeah.
I don't think Luca can do it. He might be too young.
Well, yeah.
So anyway, adult intermediate class. So that's the next level up from my one. I mean, I'm at least like 5 years away from getting in this class. So in first position,
not age-wise.
yeah, skill-wise, yeah.
Skill.
So in first position was Daniel Goodman. In second position was Matt. I can't believe this. Bainbridge.
This is like torture.
Bainbridge. That's Bainbridge. That Matt Bainbridge. And in third position is Lewis Smart. That's right. That in third position is Lewis Smart. In fourth position is somebody. I don't know if I was sharing the bike with this guy. That's his brother, Ben Bell. It's Jack Bell, who's the pro. Yeah. I had no excuses. Don't forget.
The pro. They're both pros.
Well, he's in adult later. That's his younger. I think it's his younger brother. Anyway, so a few people in there. Daniel, nobody else we know in there.
Yeah.
So then you move over to the pro class, which was, and he is a pro, and the person who was using number, and I've got, this is why I'm going to push onto this, the number 9 bike, the guy that I was sharing my rental bike with, or the hire bike, was none other than the British UK flat track DTR champion, who's racing in the European world, the European flat tracking championship.
Yeah.
Jack Bell sharing the number 9 bike. So basically, I had no excuse that the bike was rubbish because I had one of the top riders in the UK sharing the bike. He's like wiping me. He's telling me to wipe tyres down. He's telling me don't go through.
Some right tips, aren't you?
He's saying don't go through puddles when you're walking going back to Oldham area. He's burning out his tyres. He's asking me when I fell off at bike, have I done out? And I'm thinking, I don't think I've done anything, mate. Just crack on.
Just crack on. He goes out like handlebars fall off.
Yeah, so it was quite cool because we both had like number 9 bike as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. I knew that I had a good bike. Not that it made. Oh, I got a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, basically no excuse.
No excuse.
I could not use an excuse that I had a rubbish bike. So in the pro class, and I know for a fact. Oh, there you go. That's where Luca Hopkins is. So in the pro class, and we've seen this over the year, there'll be some top riders in there. So there'll be Tim and Tom, Neve.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be some other riders that we'll see probably from BSB nipping into that class. And I mean, we've been there before. What else have we seen there?
We've seen
some videos. I think I've seen videos. I can't remember what we've seen there. Anyway, I think Kyle's done it as well.
Kyle,
seen
Hickman,
videos of Kyle there. Icky's done it. Danny's done it. Danny Webber was there.
Yeah.
Danny Webber was in that pro class.
Yeah, Danny, Taylor.
I've seen Taylor. Oh, Taz. Yeah, Taz as well.
Taz and Taylor.
So we'll probably see them. And I mean, like, you're just like mingling around. It's so cool. Anyway, so the pro class is the winner overall was Jack Bell. In second position was Franco. I can't believe this. Franco Bourne. That's an easy one to say. And in third position, that must be a typo. No, it is John McGuinness.
No, yeah. They said
Did it say McInnes, not McGuinness?
I don't know.
I thought it said McGuinness, but
I
it's
did
McInnes.
as well. And then he walked up and said, "I'm related."
Yeah, John McInnes. John McInnes. Wow. So in fifth position there, that is somebody. So
cool
Zach, not Zach, sorry. Luke Hopkins is in the pro class.
Yeah.
That's why he's not in the other one with Dan Goodman.
Yeah.
More than likely, like, Dan could probably go into that pro class, couldn't he?
I think Dan could.
Well, especially when there's only 2 of you, innit?
Yeah. I think they should leave that one and go into that one. Go into pro class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so, moving over to the final class, which is adult ladies, and that's somebody who raced in my one, so she must do 2 classes as well. So, yeah. Chloe Johnson, she won the ladies overall. Katie Hand, she comes second, and Justina Burkite is in third position. I can't believe this. Look at. Oh, we talked to her, Essia de Oliveira. I talked to her. That's her who we talked to on the
jump. Yeah.
That must be her.
I think it is. Yeah.
Essia de Oliveira.
That's the right name.
Well, I don't know if I got that one right, but anyway. So that's a ladies class there. So there's like probably 6 in that as well. So Chloe Johnson, she actually come third in the adult rookie class. I won't say that's the men class. That's just the mixed class.
Yeah.
So she can ride. So yeah, that was flat tracking.
Yeah.
Absolutely wicked day.
It were.
Yeah.
It were.
Boom. Living the dream. So we really proper enjoyed that. I'm super excited for next month. I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll touch on a few little bits where the adrenaline of like racing, like I'm talking about me, the buzz of racing, like that. I know it's only flat tracking, and let's not get too carried away here.
Calm down.
Let's calm down here a little bit. Hudson says it's not that exciting, but you do get an itch for winning. You want to win.
Yeah, you want to win, obviously.
Are you in it to win it?
Yeah.
Oh, see, he wants to win. So I would just listen. All I'm saying is that I'm chuffed that I didn't come last.
Yeah.
And I come fifth, and I got a few podium finishes. And my objective this year is that I want to be up on podium overall at the end of a race, at the end of a day. Do you think, son, I can achieve that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think you can win one.
You think I can win one overall?
Yeah.
Wow. No pressure. I can't believe you actually said that. I'm actually surprised.
Don't worry, you've got 12 months.
Not 12 months, it's like 6 rounds.
Oh, yeah, 6 months.
5 more rounds.
Or 5
more
months. 5 months.
Yeah. And do I think that you could win one overall? Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Do I think you could win series? Yeah, I do. I hope there's a few more people that join in as well.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm sure that I've seen who I said that we're seeing when I was looking back. So the round before you did that final round last year, Wilson Dilks did one.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
The round before you did the final round.
Yeah.
Because I look back through. And I mean, like, the numbers go up and down. It's crazy. Maybe people aren't doing it at the beginning of the year. I mean, like, it's indoor. So anybody wants to get in touch or find any information about, hit us up, send us a DM, send us a message.
Yeah. Have you got that suggestion or that question that someone wanted to answer? Me to answer?
No, you put me on the spot, yeah.
Oh, Dad.
I might be able to get it up. Anyway.
Go on then.
Messing up the floor.
I'm sorry.
So, that is flat tracking. And we buzzed off it.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
It were.
And we're actually going. We're actually going again. When are we going? We're going next Saturday.
Yeah, doing the
level 2 course.
Yeah.
Training, which I've only done because it does practice starts. Which is another thing that I didn't realise that I'd done, is that as I got to the race on Saturday last week or whatever, I realised, oh sugar, I've never even done a start at all at any point.
Yeah.
Of training when I've been down there doing the beginner course. So that was a new thing for me. Just give me some tips.
Just starts.
Just rev nuts off it.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. It's not our bike.
Don't say that.
Well, it's not.
They start pretty good actually, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
I was being really. So towards the end of the day, my starts improved a little bit. But we're like, no, I can't get revs up.
Yeah.
I was just scared of. You can see in the video on one of mine. I'm not saying like I did I popped a wheelie Wednesday, but I progressively. I didn't want to stall.
Yeah. Yeah, if you stall, it's like you race over.
You start off in second gear, it's crazy.
I start off in first.
Well, you and Jack Bell, I think, do that as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'll move on to the next subject. Oh, I thought this wasn't going to be a long podcast, but we have got a few things to touch on, haven't we? So
what time are we at?
We're on 28 minutes there, unbelievably.
Wow.
So we'll move over to
haven't we?
What happened this week, which was, and we've been excited for this for months and months and months.
Yeah.
That we knew that Lewis Mullen from MiniGP Ireland from the Irish Minibike Championship. We knew that Tyler Humphries, and we knew that Thole Trevero was going to be out in Valencia on the Mini Valencia track in the middle at the top of the Valencia track. In fact, we're seeing on the live feed today, didn't we? Doing the FIM MiniGP World Finals, which I had on. I'd watched a little bit while I was at work. I think that the race 2 was, I'm sure it was at dinner time. So yeah, we had that on. Come home, Tony said that she'd not watched it. She'd not seen any results, so she turned all the social media off. So when we got in, we watched it all.
Yeah, we did.
And what an amazing spectacle that was.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So firstly, absolutely fantastic. I forgot the numbers. Have I actually got the numbers? What I put up? What were it? 32 riders.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I think it was like 40.
No, I don't think it was 40. It was 33 riders over 17 nationalities racing to become the world MiniGP 160 champion. I mean, like some of these pictures here that I'll be flashing up, probably at the moment, was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Professional broadcast. It was broadcast live on BT Sport.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Also, which were absolutely fantastic, and I'm really glad that they did this. So they broadcast it also on YouTube. They broadcast it on Facebook Live as well. I mean, like the media coverage that it's had has been unbelievable.
Yeah.
The format was qualified. Well, it was basically 4 practice sessions. I wouldn't say. Well, it were a brutal format, weren't it?
Well, we say it's brutal because we're not used to it, but
it's kind of like standard in MotoGP.
It's
isn't it,
just
really?
the same as MotoGP, but we've never actually realised how
for the kids.
Brutal.
Yeah, so basically you had 4 practice sessions. From them 4 practice sessions, that determined on what qualifying you went into.
Yeah.
You went into qualifying 1. Then the top so many went into qualifying 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that right?
The top. So you had qualifying 1, the top 2.
2 or 4.
Two or 3 went up into
qualifying
2, and then the top.
So many went into qualifying 3.
The number 1.
No, I'm on about the qualifying. I'm actually on about time qualifying.
Just qualifying.
They did that on Friday. On Wednesday.
On the Wednesday, yeah.
You shuffle from Q1, Q2, Q3.
Yeah.
Q3 with the fast riders. So the spread as well. So between first and last was probably about 2 seconds, which were unreal. All the way across all these 33 riders. Last year's champion were there. Rodriguez, he were there. That's why there's 33 riders, because I believe there were 3 from Spain. That's why it's a weird number, because it should be 2 riders from each country. So you've got Spain, Qatar, Italy, India, Malaysia,
Ireland,
North America. I mean, like, I should be able to look at flags there, shouldn't I? But there's loads. In fact, let's have a little look. India, it's a good job I'm good at recognising flags, isn't it? Holland, UK, Portugal, Japan. Is that them all? Anyway,
a lot.
There were 17, and it was amazing. So when we watched the racing on the Thursday night, weren't it?
Yeah.
So watched the racing on Thursday night. Watched all the way back through the racing. So again, the format on Thursday is normal, I would say, in MotoGP and FIM type of thing. So they was I don't know about normal, they were just brutal.
Yeah.
So the Thursday was, you got split up into groups. So if you didn't make the cut, and I wouldn't say make the cut, that sounds brutal, but there was basically a faster group and a slower group, and I say slower.
Yeah.
They're like a second off at pace, especially from the middle marker point.
Yeah.
Thorley, the other Irish rider, and Lewis.
But obviously you can't forget, like, these are the best.
Yeah, they're the best of the best.
The best of the best from each country
so,
on these bikes.
So I'm not knocking them anyway, but yeah, so Thorley, Lewis, and this other Irish guy. Oh, I need to get his name up, don't I?
Names.
They was in qualifying race 1. So what you had to do, you had to get out of qualifying race 1 into actual race 1. That's the only way that you could score World Championship points. So from that race, they took the top 3 riders from qualifying race 1. In that race, Lewis come 4th.
Yeah.
Which I believe put him. I don't know if it put him on pole. He put him on. So he didn't qualify for race 1.
I
basically,
think he put him on 3rd.
Tyler did qualify for race 1. Somebody dropped out. I think he would have been on pole on that qualifying race.
Yeah.
But somebody dropped out and he got bumped up. And I said bumped up. He rightfully so. He was the next fastest rider. He got put into race 1 automatically. I believe he had to start back at grid, or I think he started on where his qualifying time was. So he might have been like 17th. Towards the back end of the grid, a little bit up against it, but that's how it were. You know what I mean? There's no like, top level racing this.
And you got to think that they had 33 riders, And you had to put
they've got to whittle them down.
whittle them down, yeah.
In that race one with Tyler, which was like the proper race one, I'll have to pull up the stat. I'll put the stats on the screen now. So I believe that Tyler come about 12th. That were a fantastic race to watch, that first one. Then it rolled back to what I would consider one of the races of the day, which was qualifying race 2. Oh my gosh! So
we were screaming.
So Lewis, so this was qualifying race 2. They've got recategorised on where the lap time were from qualifying race 1. In this race, again, it was Lewis who was on the front row. The other Irish guy, I'll put up his name now, and Thorle, who was in about 8th or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were watching that race. Obviously, it started off well. Lewis were in the mix. Lewis got a real bad start, if you can remember.
Yeah.
He did. Back down a little bit.
Yeah.
Fantastic race. Then all of a sudden, we're like, oh, look at Thorle. It's creeping up. Oh, look at Thorle, he's in 5th. Oh, look at Thorle, he's in 4th.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Thorle, he's in 3rd. Oh, look at Thorle, he's leading. Unbelievable. So then, we had like a B&B type showdown with 2 riders that, by the way, Hudson went away with these riders at the beginning of this year in Spain. We know these guys pretty well. So Thorle and Lewis were battling out for the win. And again, I'll rewind a little point here, that in this qualifying race 2, there was 1 qualifying place available. So it's whoever won that race went on to race 2 and the grand final. So we were screaming. Hudson were like, he didn't know how to express his feelings of like watching it. I don't know who I want to win. Oh my gosh. Go on, Lewis. Go on, Thorle. It's like Thorle, like, oh my gosh.
And it were just like laps of going down. They're like all like switching about.
We just didn't want them to take each other out. We were panicking.
And then I was like, I don't know who to cheer for.
I was just happy for them both. I mean, like they had Lewis looked super ecstatic. Credit to Thorle, and Thorle's like this, like Thorle, like straight away bent over to fist pumping, like Thorle had no matter what happened there, he's got to be happy with that. There, he's got to. I know he's probably maybe disappointed, but wow,
he came from 8th.
Yeah, it's down the order. He come
like 8th or something to 2nd. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, to 1st and then went back to 2nd.
So as we're watching this live feed here, obviously as the day come on, and a lot of MotoGP riders were like rocking up. Oh, look at this here, just walking along paddock wall here, talking to, checking hands, Quattararo. Next thing, you got Jack Miller's there. Next thing, there's Jake Dixon, who I think Jake Dixon were helping them out all day, I think. All that race day. I think he was the dedicated one to GB. I forgot. Were it Binder or something for Irish ones?
Yeah.
They gave him a medal. They gave him that medal.
Crazy.
Irish medal, didn't they?
And then Quattararo like shaking everyone's hands.
Quattararo like, pondering down pit lane. I mean, like, casually. Wow. Loads of people were just watching.
Bagnaia
were there. Who else were there? Polispargro. Oh, mate. What an absolute... So that was as the race was going on. So it rolled on to race. So from Lewis getting that first, pipping Thorle out, unbelievably, one person, Lewis got into proper race 1, and I think he automatically then qualified for the grand final there.
Yeah.
So they kind of had to whittle these guys down. So in race 1, this sucked a little bit, that because Lewis had just done that qualifying race 1, and proper race 2 was straight after that, for some weird ruling, I don't think Lewis were able to change his tyres in time.
No, it would, because you get an allocation.
Yeah, I think allocation of tyres, which were a little bit harsh. So I think Lewis had been on tyres that maybe had been at least a race or maybe 2 races old.
Yeah.
Which were a little bit harsh. So Lewis pondered off a little, flagged a little bit towards the back of that race 1. Probably mega excited that we're involved in that. Yeah. I mean, just even there, it doesn't matter what race.
Even there, wherever you come, that is
it doesn't matter if you're in qualifying race
to get there.
Yeah, I mean the level was so high. So yeah, and again, Tyler did. I'm sure I forgot again. I need to pull up the stats here. I've failed on the stats. So I've not got them up to hand. I'm sure Tyler, having a rough guess, like maybe 10th or something, 11th.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So that were, I mean, an amazing achievement. Full stop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Always.
So then it whirled onto the grand final then. So after that, and this is the brutal thing about it, so after that, after Thorley comes second, yeah, in that qualifying race too, that's it. No more racing.
Yeah.
So they were out, and then they did the grand final, which I have got the stats of the grand final. So we'll go on to that, wherever that is. Here it is, and the grand final. Oh, I've got some right names here, haven't we? So in first position was this is overall. So, and I mean, like this race. So we're going to the grand final race. Flynn Krakotich, I think that's what they said. Anyway, the German guy.
Sorry.
He was like leading. Gabriel Vuno were just behind.
Yeah.
They were going neck and neck. They were battling at it.
Neck and neck.
Ikagima were just a little bit back behind. He'd won race one, hadn't he?
Yeah.
From Japan.
Yeah.
And on the final corner, that Flynn from Germany went in a little bit. I believe he went in a little bit deep in. You could see front end chattering a little bit.
Yeah, front end coming in, and then
got on revs a little bit too early.
Obviously thinking, oh God, I've gone in deep. I need to get out quick. And obviously,
finish this.
Yeah, this is on final corner.
Final corner, final race, final double points.
Waxed revs on, went
back
and
end
then
kicked out a bit.
Saved gripped, it, and it's like gripped. He's up in like his bum's off seat, and then he lands back down.
Wow.
And like just tuck in and go.
Yeah. So they had like a drag race to what the photo they were looking at now. So they had a drag race towards finish line.
Yeah.
And I think he beat him like by so that Gabriel Vuono obviously were bang behind him. Obviously that Flynn took that last corner not ideally. I mean, like if he'd have still running deep and just got back on revs normally, I don't know. You never know, dear. But the German, the Italian guy like come up and beat him by like 0.06 of a second.
Crazy.
Like so, but you couldn't even really see it on the live feed, could you? Really, how close it were. So gutted for the German guy.
Yeah.
Amazing for the Italian guy. Ikagimo coming third. He was strong in race one as well. I believe he won race one. Come from nowhere. What a spectacle that were.
It were
absolutely world class.
Super talented.
Yeah.
Like
opens your eyes to like watching them guys thinking wow. And I mean like each of these championships as well. They're like it's not just two riders. You know what I mean? There's like dozens from each country around the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely fan. Dabby. Dozer.
Yeah.
So yeah, Road to MotoGP. They're also just recently announced that they're going to be doing a 190 championship in this. So there'll be a 190 12-inch version for older riders.
Yeah.
They'll carry on doing this 10-inch version, which is the 160. They'll probably this spectacle. I say spectacle, saying like it's a bad thing. It'll be probably even better.
Yeah.
Next year there'll be like double amount of races.
Yeah. They will.
I presume they'll probably do it where you can only do one, although you won't be able to do both.
Yeah.
So that concludes the FIM MiniGP World Championship Series. Ohvale, blah blah blah. That was fantastic, wasn't it?
It were very good.
So we wanted to get on that and talk about that, and then we shall conclude to the. I put motorcycle there, but I'm obviously going to be talking about the MotoGP Fantasy League. It's because today we watched the MotoGP final, which was held at Valencia, which was over obviously this weekend that we've seen with the FIM. They were there Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, like Valencia's been super busy. I think they had the FIM FIM Junior GP there last Saturday.
Yeah, they did.
Where I think O'Gome did amazing.
Yeah, he did.
Rolled over straight next round, like the next week. Obviously, they had the MiniGP, and then it was the final of the MotoGP season, which was won by, spoiler alert if you've not watched it, it was won by a Francisco Abaganaya.
Yeah.
Quattararo, he had it up against him on this final round massively. He tried, not for lack of trying. Just couldn't really do it on that Yamaha, I believe.
Yeah.
We were worried about our life, thinking, so what's going to go wrong with Bagnaia?
Yeah.
There's too much in mix there. Everybody's picking him off.
They were a bit of a...
They were a little bit of coming to it. Could have panned out differently.
Ding dong at the...
Well, we thought he were Quartararo's wing, but he were actually Bagnaia's wing.
Yeah, they had a bit of
and
collision.
Miller and all, nearly wiped them all out.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that were fantastic, well, really good season, really. I mean, like, Quartararo, really. He had his work cut out. A deserved winner, though, this year was a Bagnaia. Yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And proper exciting for next year.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So, we roll into... I've said roll in, so we're going to move into the MotoGP Fantasy League, which I believe, and I hope, that it's done. And I hope it's actually updated. Would you think it's done? The round is live?
Along.
Well, it's not showing any rounds available, so I'm hoping that's that. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It updates it straight away.
Yeah.
So we will go into the MotoGP Fantasy round, load a few more pages here. So and we'll just read out the top 5. And again, these people need to get in touch. Well, sorry, first position needs to get in touch because you won something. And we're going to go even bigger and better next year.
Yeah.
So in first position was BRT Solo 96. I'll flash up on the screen what his team were. Obviously, it's changed over the year. So he had Jack Miller, Jorge Martin, Ducati, Francisco Bagnaia, and in here, Bastianini. Wow, that is a great squad.
Yeah.
He must have kept that for ages.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's who won. That was the winning team. In second place was EAR team from Portugal. The first place was from India or Indonesia. Is it India or Indonesia?
In Indonesia, I think.
PRT, so that could be. Anyway,
one of them.
In third position was Promisia Racing. I love saying that one because they're from Italia. So Promisia Racing. In fourth position was Team JD. In fifth position was Grisio. How can I get these? These are easier.
Yeah, because people have made them up.
Yeah, and you can just make whatever you want up.
Just make whatever you want, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, and again, so I'll scroll down this list here. We've got India, Portugal, Italy, Britain, Poland, USA, Estonia, Spain, USA. Where else have we got? France, Thailand, Austria. Where else we got? Kenya. Unbelievable. Where else we got? Any other crazy places?
What's ZAF?
I don't know. South Africa. I don't know. I'll have to look at that one. Look at all them. Anyway, we had 85 people in this year's Fantasy League, and we are going to go better next year.
Yeah. Better
prizes. So, in first position, BRT Solo, whoever you are, if you know that person, I don't even know what his name is on Twitter. There's no way for me to get in contact with him. I've not got no email address. I will change the status on the description to try and catch his attention, but I can't do anything. I cannot do anything to contact him, which is a weird way how they've done that.
Yeah.
There's no way of doing it. So if he gets in contact, we'll give him.
If anyone knows him, could you contact him or contact us?
So we can email him or tell him to just send us a message on social media.
Yeah.
And we'll get a prize sent out to him. And I believe that is Indonesia or India. So it's probably going to cost me a fortune sending that stuff out. So we've got prizes from RW Paintworks. We've got prizes from Sword Playing Card Company.
Yeah.
So we'll send some prizes out to them. And if nobody claims them by the start of next season, we'll pass them over to second place. Or I don't know what to do with that. You could be here forever trying to find the next person then, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could be going to Ghana.
I mean, they're from Portugal.
Yeah.
So hopefully people know who these guys are. I hope, anyway. So anyway, people that we do know, and something that we will focus on next year, is the Friends and Failures League.
Yeah.
So that is somebody that we do know. We do know how to contact them. And congratulations, Luca Wilkinson, El Loco, who come in 7th position, which is a very respectable position.
Yeah.
And he won the Friends and Failures League. So he come in 7th, but he's also won a prize. We'll be sending out his prize. We'll be in contact very, very shortly. So just to overlook over some of the people that probably are listening to this, who we do know, is that I come in 18th position. RW Paintworks come in 20th position. Rambo Racing come in 26th position.
Yeah.
He eventually picked out S20 Doors and Flows in 28th position. Steve, look how close them four are.
Wow, that's crazy.
El Dinero de El Loco, that
They
is Steve
are
Wilkinson. He's in 29th position.
Steve's
6 points.
6 points.
6 points behind them. So we'll scroll through there. Hudson was in 48th position. Jack, and I'm sure Jack will be joining in properly.
Yeah.
Jack was in 68th position. And that pretty much concludes the Fantasy League.
Yeah.
And that pretty much concludes this episode. So we'll be back on the next episode of the HKC217 podcast, powered by All Seasons Energy.
Yeah.
Massive thanks out to the sponsors. If you want to get in touch, if you want to send a question in, we'll talk about that in a bit. Send a question, click at the link in the description. You can send in a voice message and we can play that on the podcast. And I will be prompted next time we're having an episode to play them messages.
Yeah.
If you want to ask any questions. If you want to come on, if you want to ask a question, send us a message.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of waiting around to go until 2023.
Yeah.
So we're just keeping busy. Don't forget to message us on socials. You can find Hudson's pages on @HudsonCarCooper or just search for the hashtag HKC217 wherever you go.
Yeah.
And don't forget to, if you're listening to us or if you're watching us on YouTube, you can watch this on YouTube, by the way. Please press like, please press subscribe. You can also watch this on Spotify video. And you can also listen to this in audio form on every podcast service. Search for HKC217 and we should pop up to have a listen in audio form. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that is a wrap for episode
17
of this week's podcast. Hope you enjoyed that one, guys.
Yeah.
And we'll see you at the next one.
Bye.
Boom.